Overdraft, withdrawing more than available balance. Overdraft, withdrawing more than available balance. Overdraft facility helps business owners. Collateral, asset pledged for a loan. Collateral, asset pledged for a loan. Bank kept house as collateral. Credit, money given to borrower. Credit, money given to borrower. Good credit score ensures easy approval. Debit, amount deducted from account. Debit, amount deducted from account. A debit of 500 rupees was made. Beneficiary, person receiving money or benefit. Beneficiary, person receiving money or benefit. Add your beneficiary for fund transfer. Remittance, money sent from one place to another. Remittance, money sent from one place to another. He made a remittance to his parents. Capital, wealth in form of money or assets. Capital, wealth in form of money or assets. Business needs initial capital to start. Investment, putting money to earn profit. Investment, putting money to earn profit. Mutual funds are a safe investment. Influx, large arrival of something. Influx, large arrival of something. There was an influx of foreign investors. Constitution, the supreme law of the country. Constitution, the supreme law of the country. The Indian Constitution came into force in 1950. Preamble, introduction stating aims of the Constitution. Preamble, introduction stating aims of the Constitution. The preamble declares India as a sovereign nation. Sovereign, having full power and independence. Sovereign, having full power and independence. India is a sovereign and self-governing country. Republic, a system where head of state is elected. Republic, a system where head of state is elected. India became a republic on the 26th of January, 1950. Democracy, government by the people. Democracy, government by the people. Democracy ensures equal rights to all citizens. Liberty, freedom to act or speak. Liberty, freedom to act or speak. Liberty is guaranteed in the Constitution. Equality, state of being equal in rights. Equality, state of being equal in rights. Equality before law is a fundamental right. Justice, fair treatment for all. Justice, fair treatment for all. The Supreme Court ensures justice in every case. Fraternity, feeling of brotherhood. Fraternity, feeling of brotherhood. The Constitution promotes fraternity among citizens. Secular, no official religion of the state. Secular, no official religion of the state. India is a secular country respecting all faiths. Parliament, supreme lawmaking body. Parliament, supreme lawmaking body. The Parliament passes important bills every year. Lok Sabha, House of the People. Lok Sabha, House of the People. Members of Lok Sabha are directly elected. Rajya Sabha, Council of States. Rajya Sabha, Council of States. Rajya Sabha represents states in Parliament. Bill proposal for a new law. Bill proposal for a new law. The Education Bill was passed unanimously. Act, a bill approved by Parliament. Act, a bill approved by Parliament. The RTI Act promotes transparency. Amendment, change or addition in law. Amendment, change or addition in law. The 73rd Amendment strengthened local governance. Ordinance, law made by the President during recess. Ordinance, law made by the President during recess. The President issued an ordinance on education. Cabinet, group of senior ministers. Cabinet, group of senior ministers. The Cabinet discussed the new tax reforms. Prime Minister, head of the government. Prime Minister, head of the government. The Prime Minister addressed the nation. President, head of the state. President, head of the state. The President signs bills into law. Vice President, second highest constitutional office. Vice President, second highest constitutional office. The Vice President also chairs the Rajya Sabha. Governor, representative of President in a state. Governor, representative of President in a state. The Governor approved the state budget. Chief Minister, head of a state government. Chief Minister, head of a state government. The Chief Minister launched a welfare scheme. Judiciary system of courts ensuring justice. Judiciary system of courts ensuring justice. The judiciary interprets the Constitution. Supreme Court, highest court of justice. Supreme Court, highest court of justice. The Supreme Court heard the landmark case. High Court, highest court in a state. High Court, highest court in a state. The High Court issued a stay order. District Court, court dealing with local cases. District Court, court dealing with local cases. District Court handles most civil disputes. Fundamental rights, basic rights guaranteed to citizens. Fundamental rights, basic rights guaranteed to citizens. Right to education is a fundamental right. Fundamental duties, moral obligations of citizens. Fundamental duties, moral obligations of citizens. Every citizen must respect the national flag. Directive principles, guidelines for government policies. Directive principles, guidelines for government policies. They aim to make India a welfare state. Legislature, body that makes laws. Legislature, body that makes laws. The state legislature passed the bill quickly. Executive, body that enforces laws. Executive, body that enforces laws. The executive implements government policies. Judicial review, power of court to check laws. Judicial review, power of court to check laws. Judicial review ensures balance of power. Bureaucracy, system of government officials. Bureaucracy, system of government officials. Bureaucracy helps implement public policies. Civil services, permanent government staff. Civil services, permanent government staff. UPSC conducts exams for civil services. IAS, Indian Administrative Service. IAS, Indian Administrative Service. IAS officers hold top administrative posts. IPS, Indian Police Service. IPS, Indian Police Service. IPS officers maintain law and order. IFS, Indian Foreign Service. IFS, Indian Foreign Service. IFS officers represent India abroad. Niti Aayog, Policy Think Tank of India. Niti Aayog, Policy Think Tank of India. Niti Aayog replaced the Planning Commission. Planning Commission, former economic planning body. Planning Commission, former economic planning body. It prepared 5-year development plans. 5-year plan, economic growth strategy. 5-year plan, economic growth strategy. The 12th 5-year plan focused on inclusive growth. Election Commission, body conducting elections. Election Commission, body conducting elections. The Election Commission ensures free and fair polls. Constituency, area represented by an elected member. Constituency, area represented by an elected member. Each member of parliament represents one constituency. Voter ID, card used for voting identification. Voter ID, card used for voting identification. Carry voter ID to cast your vote. Ballot, method of voting secretly. Ballot, method of voting secretly. Ballot papers were used before EVMS, EVM, electronic voting machine. EVM, electronic voting machine. EVMs made the voting process faster. manifesto, public declaration of policies, manifesto, public declaration of policies. Every party releases its election manifesto. Coalition, alliance of multiple parties. Coalition, alliance of multiple parties. The coalition government had different agendas. Opposition, parties not in power. Opposition, parties not in power. The opposition criticized the budget. Bill of Rights, list of guaranteed freedoms. Bill of Rights, list of guaranteed freedoms. India's version is called Fundamental Rights. Article, specific section of the Constitution. Article, specific section of the Constitution. Article 370 was a temporary provision. Schedule, detailed list attached to Constitution. Schedule, detailed list attached to Constitution. The seventh schedule divides powers. Amendment Bill, proposal to change Constitution. Amendment Bill, proposal to change Constitution. The amendment bill passed with majority. Oath, formal promise to perform duty. Oath, formal promise to perform duty. Ministers take oath before the president. Impeachment, process to remove a president. Impeachment, process to remove a president. Impeachment needs 2/3 majority. Public administration, management of government work. Public administration, management of government work. Public administration ensures service delivery, welfare, well-being of people. Welfare, well-being of people. Government runs welfare schemes for poor. Policy, plan of action by government. Policy, plan of action by government. Education policy aims to reform schools. Transparency, openness in government work. Transparency, openness in government work. RTI ensures transparency and accountability. Accountability, being answerable for actions. Accountability, being answerable for actions. Officials must maintain accountability in work. Bureau, department or division of government. Bureau, department or division of government. The Intelligence Bureau collects security data. Commission, official group for specific work. Commission, official group for specific work. The Finance Commission recommends revenue sharing. Ombudsman, official investigating complaints. Ombudsman, official investigating complaints. The LOCPAL is an anti-corruption ombudsman. LOCPAL, authority to check corruption. LOCPAL, authority to check corruption. LOCPAL investigates complaints against officials. CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. CAG audits government expenditure. Attorney General, top legal advisor of government. Attorney General, top legal advisor of government. Attorney General represents India in Supreme Court. Advocate, lawyer representing clients. Advocate, lawyer representing clients. The advocate argued strongly in court. Jurisdiction, legal authority of a court. Jurisdiction, legal authority of a court. This case falls under Delhi's jurisdiction. Petition, formal request to authority. Petition, formal request to authority. Citizens filed a petition in High Court. Verdict, decision given by a court. Verdict, decision given by a court. The court's verdict favored the employee. Bail, temporary release of accused. Bail, temporary release of accused. The accused got bail after 2 days. Conviction, being found guilty of crime. Conviction, being found guilty of crime. The conviction was based on strong evidence. Appeal, request to review a decision. Appeal, request to review a decision. He filed an appeal in the Supreme Court. Sentence, punishment given by a judge. Sentence, punishment given by a judge. The sentence was reduced by 2 years. Legality, lawfulness of an act. Legality, lawfulness of an act. The legality of the order was questioned. Directive, official instruction or order. Directive, official instruction or order. The court issued a directive to the state. Writ, formal order by the court. Writ, formal order by the court. Habeas corpus is a type of writ. Habeas corpus, to produce a detained person. Habeas corpus, to produce a detained person. It protects personal liberty. Mandamus, order to perform duty. Mandamus, order to perform duty. Court issued mandamus to the officer. Quo warranto, questioning legality of a post. Quo warranto, questioning legality of a post. Used when an official occupies office illegally. Certiorari, order to transfer case to higher court. Certiorari, order to transfer case to higher court. The Supreme Court issued certiorari, prohibition, order to stop proceedings. Prohibition, order to stop proceedings. The High Court issued a writ of prohibition. Constitution, the supreme law of the land. Constitution, the supreme law of the land. India's constitution came into effect on the 26th of January, 1950. Preamble, the introduction to the Constitution. Preamble, the introduction to the Constitution. It states India as sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic. Democracy, government by the people. Democracy, government by the people. India is the largest democracy in the world. Republic, a state where the head is elected. Republic, a state where the head is elected. India became a republic in 1950. Sovereign, independent in making decisions. Sovereign, independent in making decisions. India is sovereign in both internal and external matters. Secular, equal respect for all religions. Secular, equal respect for all religions. The Indian Constitution promotes secularism. Justice, fairness in law and society. Justice, fairness in law and society. The judiciary ensures justice for all citizens. Liberty, freedom of thought and expression. Liberty, freedom of thought and expression. Liberty is one of the ideals in the preamble. Equality, giving equal rights to all citizens. Equality, giving equal rights to all citizens. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law. Fraternity, sense of brotherhood among citizens. Fraternity, sense of brotherhood among citizens. Fraternity promotes unity and integrity in the nation. Parliament, the supreme legislative body. Parliament, the supreme legislative body. It consists of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and President. Lok Sabha, the lower house of Parliament. Lok Sabha, the lower house of Parliament. Members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. Rajya Sabha, the upper house of Parliament. Rajya Sabha, the upper house of Parliament. It represents the states of India. Bill, a proposal for a new law. Bill, a proposal for a new law. Every bill passes through both houses before becoming a law. Amendment, a change made to the Constitution. Amendment, a change made to the Constitution. The 42nd Amendment is called the Mini-Constitution. Judiciary, system of courts in a country. Judiciary, system of courts in a country. The judiciary protects citizens' rights. Executive branch that enforces laws. Executive branch that enforces laws. The Prime Minister leads the executive branch. Legislature, branch that makes laws. Legislature, branch that makes laws. The legislature debates and passes bills. Fundamental rights. Basic rights guaranteed by the Constitution. Fundamental rights. Basic rights guaranteed by the Constitution. They ensure equality, freedom, and protection for citizens. Directive principles. Guidelines for government policies. Directive principles. Guidelines for government policies. They aim to create a welfare state. Fundamental duties. Responsibilities of every citizen. Fundamental duties. Responsibilities of every citizen. They were added by the 42nd Amendment. Cabinet, group of senior ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Cabinet, group of senior ministers headed by the Prime Minister. Cabinet decisions guide national policies. Bureaucracy, administrative system of government officials. Bureaucracy, administrative system of government officials. Efficient bureaucracy ensures smooth governance. Governor, head of a state. Governor, head of a state. The governor acts as a link between the center and state. Chief minister, head of the state government. Chief minister, head of the state government. He or she leads the state administration. Election commission, body that conducts elections. Election commission, body that conducts elections. It ensures free and fair elections in India. Voter ID, identity card used during elections. Voter ID, identity card used during elections. Every eligible citizen must have a voter ID. Model Code of Conduct, rules for political parties during elections. Model Code of Conduct, rules for political parties during elections. It ensures fair campaigning. Coalition government, alliance of multiple parties forming a government. Coalition government, alliance of multiple parties forming a government. Coalition governments are common in Indian politics. Reservation, system to promote social equality. Reservation, system to promote social equality. SC, ST, and OBC communities benefit from reservation. Welfare state, government that ensures citizens' well-being. Welfare state, government that ensures citizens' well-being. India follows the idea of a welfare state. Census, official count of the population. Census, official count of the population. India conducts a census every 10 years. Panchayati Raj, system of local self-government in villages. Panchayati Raj, system of local self-government in villages. It empowers rural citizens. Municipality, urban local governing body. Municipality, urban local governing body. Municipalities manage city-level services. Finance Commission, body that decides financial distribution. Finance Commission, body that decides financial distribution. It recommends sharing of revenue between center and states. Niti Aayog, policy think tank of the Government of India. Niti Aayog, policy think tank of the Government of India. It replaced the Planning Commission in 2015. GDP, total value of all goods and services produced. GDP, total value of all goods and services produced. Higher GDP means stronger economic growth. Inflation, rise in prices over time. Inflation, rise in prices over time. The RBI takes steps to control inflation. Deflation, fall in prices across the economy. Deflation, fall in prices across the economy. Deflation can slow down spending. Fiscal deficit, when expenses exceed income. Fiscal deficit, when expenses exceed income. The government aims to reduce the fiscal deficit. Subsidy, financial help from the government. Subsidy, financial help from the government. Farmers receive subsidies for fertilizers. Budget, annual financial plan of income and expenditure. Budget, annual financial plan of income and expenditure. The union budget is presented every February. Tax, money collected by the government from citizens. Tax, money collected by the government from citizens. Taxes fund public services and infrastructure. Direct tax, tax paid directly to the government. Direct tax, tax paid directly to the government. Income tax is an example of direct tax. Indirect tax, tax paid on goods and services. Indirect tax, tax paid on goods and services. GST replaced many indirect taxes. GST, goods and services tax. GST, goods and services tax. It is a unified tax system across India. Excise duty, tax on goods produced within the country. Excise duty, tax on goods produced within the country. It applies to certain manufactured items. Customs duty, tax on imported or exported goods. Customs duty, tax on imported or exported goods. Customs duty helps protect local industries. Monetary policy, control of money supply by RBI. Monetary policy, control of money supply by RBI. It keeps inflation under control. Repo rate, rate at which RBI lends money to banks. Repo rate, rate at which RBI lends money to banks. Changes in repo rate affect loan interest rates. Reverse repo rate, rate at which banks lend to RBI. Reverse repo rate, rate at which banks lend to RBI. It helps manage liquidity in the economy. CRR, cash reserve ratio maintained by banks with RBI. CRR, cash reserve ratio maintained by banks with RBI. A high CRR reduces funds for lending. SLR, statutory liquidity ratio in the form of gold or bonds. SLR, statutory liquidity ratio in the form of gold or bonds. It ensures financial stability. NPA, non-performing asset when a loan is not repaid. NPA, non-performing asset when a loan is not repaid. Banks aim to reduce NPAs. Cheque, written order to pay money from a bank account. Cheque, written order to pay money from a bank account. He issued a check to pay rent. Demand draft, prepaid instrument used for safe payments. Demand draft, prepaid instrument used for safe payments. It's often used for official payments. ATM, automated teller machine for cash withdrawal. ATM, automated teller machine for cash withdrawal. You can withdraw money anytime using an ATM. Net banking, online banking service. Net banking, online banking service. Net banking allows fund transfers and payments online. Digital payment, transaction made electronically. Digital payment, transaction made electronically. UPI and wallets are digital payment modes. Cybersecurity, protection from digital fraud. Cybersecurity, protection from digital fraud. Banks invest heavily in cybersecurity. Reasoning, logical thinking to find answers. Reasoning, logical thinking to find answers. Reasoning tests your problem-solving ability. Analogy, comparing two things showing similarity. Analogy, comparing two things showing similarity. In analogy, you find a matching relationship. Classification, grouping based on common features. Classification, grouping based on common features. Classification questions test logical separation. Series, a sequence that follows a pattern. Series, a sequence that follows a pattern. Number series and alphabet series appear often in SSE exams. Coding decoding, using symbols or patterns to hide meaning. Coding decoding, using symbols or patterns to hide meaning. It checks your logical decoding skills. Blood relation, identifying family connections. Blood relation, identifying family connections. Such questions test logical family mapping, direction sense, understanding movement and position. Direction sense, Understanding movement and position. It checks your sense of distance and direction. Syllogism. Drawing conclusions from given statements. Syllogism. Drawing conclusions from given statements. It is based on logical reasoning. Venn diagram. Circular diagram showing relationships. Venn diagram. Circular diagram showing relationships. They help in reasoning and set problems. Mirror image. Reflection of an object. Mirror image. Reflection of an object. Mirror image reasoning checks visualization skills. Water image. Reflection on the water surface. Water image. Reflection on the water surface. It's opposite to mirror image in pattern. Embedded figure. Hidden shape inside another. Embedded figure. Hidden shape inside another. It checks your visual attention. Paper folding. Predicting shape after folding paper. Paper folding. Predicting shape after folding paper. Used in nonverbal reasoning. Clock problem. Question based on time and angles. Clock problem. Question based on time and angles. It checks mathematical reasoning. Calendar. Date and day calculation logic. Calendar. Date and day calculation logic. Calendar questions test quick reasoning. Seating arrangement. Placing people based on clues. Seating arrangement. Placing people based on clues. It tests your logical order skills. Puzzle. A problem to solve using logic. Puzzle. A problem to solve using logic. Puzzles are common in SSC reasoning sections. Assertion. A statement or claim. Assertion. A statement or claim. Assertion and reason questions test understanding. Reason. Explanation behind a statement. Reason. Explanation behind a statement. You judge if reason supports assertion. Cause and effect. Link between event and result. Cause and effect. Link between event and result. It checks your analytical skill. Alphabet test. Arranging letters logically. Alphabet test. Arranging letters logically. It uses alphabetical sequence. Number analogy. Finding relation between numbers. Number analogy. Finding relation between numbers. It involves pattern recognition. Ranking. Finding order based on data. Ranking. Finding order based on data. Ranking questions test comparison ability. Missing number. Finding the hidden pattern in a series. Missing number. Finding the hidden pattern in a series. Common in reasoning puzzles. General science. Study of physics, chemistry, and biology. General science. Study of physics, chemistry, and biology. It forms a big part of SSC exams. Atom, smallest unit of matter. Atom, smallest unit of matter. Atoms combine to form molecules. Molecule, group of atoms bonded together. Molecule, group of atoms bonded together. Water is made of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atom. Element, substance made of same type of atoms. Element, substance made of same type of atoms. Oxygen and iron are elements. Compound, combination of 2 or more elements. Compound, combination of 2 or more elements. Water is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen. Mixture, blend of substances without chemical bond. Mixture, blend of substances without chemical bond. Air is a mixture of gases. Force, a push or pull on an object. Force, a push or pull on an object. Force changes motion of an object. Energy, ability to do work. Energy, ability to do work. Kinetic and potential energy are main forms. Gravity, force that pulls things toward Earth. Gravity, force that pulls things toward Earth. Gravity keeps planets in orbit. Friction, resistance between 2 surfaces. Friction, resistance between 2 surfaces. Friction helps us walk safely. Magnet, object that attracts iron. Magnet, object that attracts iron. Magnets have north and south poles. Electricity, flow of electric charge. Electricity, flow of electric charge. We use electricity for lighting in machines. Voltage, electric potential difference. Voltage, electric potential difference. Higher voltage can power larger devices. Current flow of electric charge per second. Current flow of electric charge per second. It's measured in amperes. Circuit, path through which current flows. Circuit, path through which current flows. Switches control open and closed circuits. Photosynthesis, process by which plants make food. Photosynthesis, process by which plants make food. Plants use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. Respiration, process of energy released from food. Respiration, process of energy released from food. Humans inhale oxygen for respiration. Digestion, breaking down food into nutrients. Digestion, breaking down food into nutrients. It starts from the mouth. Circulation, flow of blood through the body. Circulation, flow of blood through the body. The heart pumps blood to all organs. Skeleton, framework of bones in the body. Skeleton, framework of bones in the body. It gives shape and support. Vaccine, substance that prevents diseases. Vaccine, substance that prevents diseases. Vaccines strengthen the immune system. Virus, tiny organism that causes disease. Virus, tiny organism that causes disease. COVID-19 is caused by a virus. Bacteria, microscopic living organism. Bacteria, microscopic living organism. Some bacteria are helpful, some harmful. Cell, basic unit of life. Cell, basic unit of life. Every living thing is made of cells. Human brain, control center of the body. Human brain, control center of the body. It processes all thoughts and actions. Revolution, movement of Earth around the sun. Revolution, movement of Earth around the sun. It causes change of seasons, rotation, spinning of Earth on its axis. Rotation, spinning of Earth on its axis. Rotation causes day and night. Satellite, object orbiting a planet. Satellite, object orbiting a planet. The moon is Earth's natural satellite. Artificial satellite, man-made body in space. Artificial satellite, man-made body in space. ISRO launches artificial satellites for communication. Pollution, contamination of the environment. Pollution, contamination of the environment. It harms air, water, and soil. Ozone layer, layer protecting Earth from UV rays. Ozone layer, layer protecting Earth from UV rays. It absorbs harmful radiation from the sun. Global warming, increase in Earth's temperature. Global warming, increase in Earth's temperature. It's caused by greenhouse gases, renewable energy, energy that can be reused. Renewable energy, energy that can be reused. Solar and wind energy are renewable. Non-renewable energy, energy that cannot be replaced quickly. Non-renewable energy, energy that cannot be replaced quickly. Coal and oil are non-renewable sources. English grammar, structure and rules of a language. English grammar, structure and rules of a language. SSC exams test grammar in every section. Noun, name of a person, place, or thing. Noun, name of a person, place, or thing. Teacher and book are nouns. Pronoun, word used instead of a noun. Pronoun, word used instead of a noun. He, she, and they are pronouns. Verb, word that shows action. Verb, word that shows action. Run, eat, and write are verbs. Adjective, word that describes a noun. Adjective, word that describes a noun. Beautiful and tall are adjectives. Adverb, word that describes a verb. Adverb, word that describes a verb. Quickly and softly are adverbs. Preposition, words showing relation or position. Preposition, words showing relation or position. In, on, and under are prepositions. Conjunction, word that connects sentences. Conjunction, word that connects sentences. And, but, and because are conjunctions. Interjection, word expressing sudden emotion. Interjection, word expressing sudden emotion. Wow, oh, and alas are interjections. Geography, study of Earth and its features. Geography, study of Earth and its features. It includes landforms, climate, and population.